Okay, it's been 200 rounds with Breakfree CLP, 115 grain cellular and below, or bellet. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and run through our protocol. Soft bristle brush, this one specifically for Breakfree CLP. And I'll just do a brief wipe down with a microfiber cloth and then run this through the bore, and then we will soak it. So let's get to it. And here's the results. So now we're going to soak it and see how it does. It's looking pretty ugly so far. It didn't look like it prevented too much. So there's the back to front, or the chamber to muzzle view, and muzzle to chamber view. It looks like, since I have a whole jug of this stuff, I can put in enough to where it's easily submerged, even when sitting there. So, yep, that'll do it. I'll just take out some of the air here. And then there we go. Now it's going to sit for 24 hours. Okay, so the barrel is set in Breakfree. It kind of turned a little bit, as you can see in the stain here. It kind of turned a bit and overcame the zipper, penetrated through, and created a bit of a mess here. So let's go ahead and get this barrel out, put it in here, and kind of scoop this nasty bag out of the way. Alright, now we'll wipe off the barrel. Okay, now soft bristle brush. Let's go ahead and purge some of this stuff out here and scrub it out a little bit with the soft one. I don't know about you, but it doesn't look like it got out very much. Of course, now we're going to move on to the tougher bristle brush, or the harder one. Okay, that seemed to have a little better result as far as getting some of the stuff out there, but it really is, it seems, if you can see that, the fouling goes about halfway down the barrel, whereas with Slip 2000, and mind you, I douched this thing out and I cleaned it out and then conditioned it with, each lubricant that I test it with, or CLP, since this is a CLP test. I conditioned it with the Breakfree, and yeah, it goes about halfway down the barrel. This is a little bit different from the other ones, and yeah, it's just not really the prettiest thing ever. And I kind of expected this, because Breakfree kind of does vape off. It does. It doesn't have the temperature tolerance that EWL or gun lube has, really, or maybe pressure, or what have you, but. Slip 2000 actually passed the newer Army regulations for cleaning, lubricity, and just sticking around, whereas Breakfree kind of fell behind, and that was the military one. This is a civilian one, which they kind of admit is sort of an underperformer. So we'll just continue on the test. We'll do it 5 times, and I'll just cut right to after about 5 times. Hopefully we can see some good results with this, because I got a lot of it. Okay, so that's 5 passes. I mean, really, it's on you to decide how this did. I don't think it did as well as the gun lube, but you got to take into account that I wasn't really pushing the gun lube too much. It was my first test, and with this stuff, I was really running the brush through and just jacking it through like this, just for probably like 20-30 passes, and really trying to get as much out as I can, because I know this is typically a very challenged CLP. It doesn't have anything but its penetration capability to kind of help it, and even then it struggles a bit. And as you can see there, I tried and didn't really get much out. Yeah, So, not the best of performers, but it's an interesting baseline and kind of a telling source of why I switched. So, how do you think it did?